Well, hello again everyone. It's bank holiday weekend and we're away once again in the motorhome. This weekend we're on the Caravan and Motorhome Club at Fountain Hill Farm CL, which is just outside Misterton in Nottinghamshire. There's just 3 pitches on the site and there's only 2 people camping this weekend. There's an absolutely cracking view from the site across this farmland. I've pitched pretty close to the tap, so should be able to fill the van up with the hose. That's always a bit of a bonus. There's a really nice little facilities bit with waste bins and recycle bins. There's grey water disposal as well, which is quite unusual for a CL, and a very nice chemical disposal point. Look. There's also a handy toilet round by the stable blocks. I'm hoping just down this little track through these woods is the canal, because we have brought our inflatable kayak with us. Just down these steps is a little bit of decking, and I'm hoping there's a nice spot we can launch the kayaks. Kayak, we've only got one. Well, we could certainly pop it in here, although we'd have to fight our way through the weeds, but maybe over the bridge and under the bridge might be a better option. Yes, you can easily get down from the bridge to this little handy spot under the bridge where I think it'd be easier to launch. And we're really not very far from the CL at all. There it is, up there. And it's primarily an equestrian centre, so you've got horsey mates all around. Hello, chum. What are you doing? Well, it's Saturday morning. It's a lovely bright morning. We're up quite early, just trying to decide what to do first today, whether we go off in the kayaks or maybe a bike ride. Who knows? Well, Nikki's been feeling a little bit under the weather, so she just wants to chill out at the van for a little while before we go kayaking. So I'm going to take the bike into Misterton, probably go along the canal towpath, and maybe pick up a few bits from the co-op. Well, that is the kayak all prepared and ready for a trip on the canal. Nikki's still not feeling too good. She's fast asleep in the chair outside, so hopefully that's what she needs, a good sleep, and we'll see if she feels up for a go in the kayak when she wakes up. If not, might have a little go on my own while she continues to rest. So this is the Chesterfield Canal, also known as Cuckoo Dyke. It was designed by James Brindley, who sadly died before it was finished, but it was finally opened in 1777. The canal runs for 46 miles, starting in Chesterfield in Derbyshire and ending at West Stockwith, where it joins the River Trent. It was built to export coal, limestone and lead from Derbyshire and take corn, timber, groceries and other sort of general goods into Derbyshire the other way. Towards the Chesterfield end of the canal is the Norwood Tunnel, and at the time that tunnel was built it was one of the longest in the country. Unfortunately, in 1907 it did collapse due to coal mining subsidence and has never been reopened. Well, Nikki was still not really feeling too good, so I was doing the bulk of the paddling, but she was stepping in from time to time, and we were just having a gentle sort of cruise up the canal to see what we could see, and it was a lovely day for it. So when we reached the first upstream lock, probably after about a mile and a half or so, we decided to turn round and just gently venture back to the campsite. And yeah, that was enough for us really for a paddle up the canal in a nice sort of relaxed way. Now, because my camera is waterproof, I decided to see if I could get some underwater wildlife footage. Look at this fantastic eel. What a bit of luck to catch this lovely eel swimming past. Other than that, though, the water was a bit too murky for anything too spectacular. Well, that was a great little paddle, but it's definitely time for a nice mug of tea now. Well, it's dinner time and we've got the kayak out. I've got some salmon in there in the foil. Bit of couscous from the co-op with it, and yeah, finished it off nicely. I think we'll enjoy this. Well, after I got that salmon down me, I decided that I'd head back up the canal towpath towards in some nicely fruiting blackberry bushes, and yeah, got a nice crop of blackberries from there to have with some cream. Yeah, that made a really nice dessert. Well, it's a lovely morning this morning. We've had a bit of a slower start today than we did yesterday, but we're going to start cycling into Misterton, I think. Maybe have a cup of tea and a bit of cake there. There's a ruined priory not far away we might cycle to as well. We'll see how we feel, see how we get on. If you ever find yourself in Misterton, then definitely check out the cakes at Sarah's. Absolutely fantastic. Highly recommend this place, just next to the co-op. So we've got right to the end of the canal where this lock gives access to the River Trent for narrowboats. Trent is flowing quite fast and powerfully here. I don't think you'd make much progress in the kayak getting back upstream if you ventured down onto the river. Well, I've got back to the van and it's turned into a really hot day. It's absolutely boiling. It's about midday-ish. So I've left Nikki down by the canal on the little decking area there. And I come back to the van. I'm going to take our chairs down and we're going to chill out down on that decking by the canal for a while. There you go. What a lovely spot to sit by the river. Well, I've got myself a pre-packaged coconut from the supermarket. That's quite enough chilling out. Let's get the kayak out again. So off we go, back onto the canal. Heading the opposite direction this time, back towards Misterton. The same direction that we cycled on this morning. This narrowboat is having some engine trouble, so the cruiser is going to tow it and rescue it a little bit. So we're hanging back just so that we don't get accidentally caught up in it all. Always handy to have a mate rescue you if your boat engine conks out, I guess. And we're absolutely loving this inflatable kayak. It's definitely an improvement for us on the rigid sit-on tops, simply because we can bring it with us very easily, deflate it and put it in the van. And yeah, there's no problem at all with both of us being in the same boat and paddling together. And yeah, really happy that we made the decision to go ahead and buy this. So we've reached the lock, and like yesterday, we're not going to pass the lock. We're going to turn around and go back to the campsite. Just a short, gentle paddle today, but very enjoyable and lovely weather. So a graceful exit from the boat and retire back to the van for a nice cup of tea. So, going home day, and start off with a nice bacon sandwich and a relaxed cup of tea. No hurry to leave, really. Well, we're all packed away now. The kayak's packed away, the awning's packed away, and we're ready to go. We've had a great weekend here at the Fountain Hill Farm Caravan and Motorhome Club CL, and yeah, thoroughly recommend it if you're looking for somewhere in this area to stay. So we're going to head off now, and we'll see you next time in the next video.